Hey, what's up guys, YST here and welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today I've got another special guest in Nub Raids. He's back on the channel again. How you doing today?
I'm kind of am I allowed to swear? I don't know. I'm pooping my pants. Let's say that. Yeah. There's so much I'm preparing for the Hydra, the final event here in the faction games. And my team has been very kind, thanks YST, leaving all the pressure on me to win the last event.
No problem. But yeah guys, before we carry on this video, I just want to say, if you don't want to get any spoilers or anything like that, I would kind of recommend heading over to Deadwood Jedi first, seeing how the Fire Night went between me and Layla Fox and Smiley. And then straight after that, head back to this video, and then I'm actually going to be breaking down the team that I made, my kind of thought process going into it, and also how Nub is feeling about this whole thing so far, and all that good stuff. So I've given you your warning from now on, there's going to be a bunch of spoilers. Alright then, so as you guys know, we had the ORCS and Nub. You kind of messed me up on this one in that kind of draft when I was on there.
You know what? I actually think it's been one of the highlights of the event, has been watching you build the orc team. I think the viewers have felt the same way as well. Like, you've done an amazing job. Like, people, I think, really expected the orcs would just get nowhere, and you were like, "Yo, hold my beer. I'll show you what the orcs can do." It's been really cool.
Yeah, I was actually so scared first going into it, and then I was like, do you know what? I'm actually enjoying this a lot more than I thought I would. Like, as you see, there's like, Seer got banned, Warlord got banned. We have got a Seer now on my main account, but apart from that, there's not really anything here. And it was just kind of working with what we got. So in terms of my Fire Night team, you was there on the live stream last night, right?
Yeah, I was there for most of it, yeah.
So for my team, I actually used Gomlock Skyhide, who is one of the Doom Tower champions. I think he has really bad reviews in-game, but obviously we can't see it on the test server.
Yeah.
But basically, this guy's got a drop defense, a weaken, and a turn meter manipulation in one skill. And I think for Fire Night, this was just like a no-brainer. I didn't even know he could do this, to be honest. So it's pretty insane. On his A2, he had, what was it? He steals the turn meter if he has full HP, which he does. And also has a chance of stealing 2 random buffs on a 2-turn cooldown. Now, even if you think about the faction wars, where they steal the buffs from you, and he could just come through like a Tila Gormain and just steal some random buffs back so the actual boss doesn't heal. So I think overall, even if some people could say, oh, you get him so late in the game, you probably have a Lydia by the time you get this dude.
Yeah.
I still think he's got a lot of utility for at least the faction wars, I think. So he's pretty solid there. And a leech on the A1. Have you ever tried this guy on your account?
No, I haven't. I'm considering building him up right now. Like, pro tip for people looking slightly forwards, I think there is a Galian Pact only tournament coming up, which has orcs in it for the Kale skin. I think he's going to be insane for that. I can't remember which tournament it is, but yeah, I think that he's really good. Like, I think he's really good. I think as well he probably works really well in Stone Skin, where it's super safe, or again in dungeons or speedruns where he's not gonna ever lose HP, right? Because he needs to be max HP for some of his stuff to work. Yeah. But yeah, I think he's a good champion. Like, I've seen him in some Doom Tower rooms, speed clearing stuff, because of affinity, and he's faster than Lydia in some of those rooms. So he's definitely underrated, yeah, for sure.
Is that KO on his thing there? That is KO, right? Right there.
Oh, it does kind of look like that, yeah.
It's kind of like how Harvest Jack has it, because Harvest Jack has like all the starter champions on his belly. I'm not sure if you've seen that.
Whoa, no, I had no idea.
I'll show you quickly while we're here, guys.
Let's god, yeah.
Let's do
That's insane.
Yeah, it's a little Easter egg that they threw in ages ago. His spirit, right?
Yeah.
Harvest like, Jack. So if you look here, it's all the starter champions. So we've got, we got Elhain, we've got, what is it? This one's Gallic, KO, and other one, Aethel.
Yeah. Oh, nice. That's super cool.
Yeah, it's
or like Karato, he's got Yumiko, one of Yumiko's tails on his belt or something.
Oh, is it? That's pretty. Yeah, I like all that little stuff there. But alright, guys, back into this one. So we've got Tuok the Wanderer, and basically he was there for the 2-time hitter in the lead position, because the way that I had it speed tuned, he opens up with that hit because he gets the turn meter increase from wave 2. And then when we come through with the ally attack from Kreela, it instantly takes that shield down for us with that 10 hits. We also got the decreased speed and steals the turn meter as well on that A3. And I thought he hits reasonably hard. He kind of surprised me. Like,
Yeah.
he wasn't fully stacked for damage. Of course, he was in Savage, but I didn't put like Helm Smash on any of my champions because the actual waves was okay for me on this. It was mainly once you come up against the boss, we just want to deal at max HP with that drop defense and weaken. Yeah, he was pretty solid for it.
Yeah, 2-Hack's really good.
Yeah.
I really like him.
Rohawk was a bit of a weird one for me. I actually wanted to use him, but as you guys know, on the live streams, we get 3 attempts. And with him being the magic affinity, there was just no chance. I was not going to do that risk. No way. Kreela we had in a reflex. I was really hoping she would proc it multiple times. She just, it was okay. She managed to get out like 2-3 times on the live stream. Mainly just for the ally attacks and all that good stuff.
Like she's insane for those dungeon speedruns. Like she is so good. That increased attack, she's good AoE damage. The ally attack, she's actually bananas. Like she was so good for you in both those dungeons, I thought. Like,
yeah, I
game
think
changer.
Without her, it would have been a lot more closer, especially on the dragon against MTG, I think.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, when I was picking you when I thought that you did want the orcs as your first priority choice, I was like, oh, I see what you're doing. You're bringing out your grow hack that people don't expect. I was like, it makes complete sense why I'm there with you. Fire Knight, you're going to crush it. And then, of course, I didn't realize that he's the wrong affinity for Fire Knight 20. Whoops.
Yeah, it would have been amazing with that speed aura, though. I think it could have been like a game changer, but that force affinity just... bit of a bugger. But Robar actually really surprised me as well, and actually all of these champions I've never got maxed on my main account. All 5 of the champions I haven't maxed 6-star, even Kreela. So it was really new for me trying to like try out new champions for the first time. With
I've
him,
used Robar a bit. He's really good. He smacks hard.
Yeah, so do you know on your account, obviously I was doing like a challenge, but how would you traditionally build him? I was thinking like avenging. I know we talked about that in the chat a little bit. But
I think I have him in just sort of relatively cast off gear. So I think he's a funny one, right? Because his A3, I think, hits insanely hard.
Yeah.
But you need to have certain debuffs on them. So some people like to build him just pure damage, because that's one of the hardest hitting moves in the entire game when that hits, if it has the bonus effect there.
Yeah.
I like to build him though with some accuracy, because he's got really good A1 and a really good A2, decreased defense, the stun with the extra turn. Yeah. So I think I tried to get him in like Savage and Perception. Yeah. So you do build him with enough accuracy, and you give up a bunch of the damage potential to make sure that you have the accuracy, but you still build him to smack.
Yeah, he really surprised me for sure. Like, I didn't know he was that good. Because when I pulled this champion initially, I was going for Genzin, and he popped out, and I was like, for God's sake, he keeps popping out. He's finally came into good action here. But yeah, he's solid, man.
I think it's been the really funny thing is that people really underestimated the orcs in particular. I think because like I feel like a lot of people when they're looking at the game, they want to see the best nuker, and like if you're like a B+ nuker or an A- nuker, they're like, you might as well be an F tier nuker. Like, I want Trunda, and I only want Trunda. And if you're like even slightly less meta than that, they're just completely overlooked. So like King Garog, Robar, all those sorts of champs.
I totally agree, because like even when we go into like videos and stuff, it's kind of, we go into the dragon, we see how much damage they do. If they don't hit harder than Trunda, then they're like F tier or something. That's how kind of everyone looks at it nowadays. But
yeah. My favorite example of that ever happening for me was I was doing an account takeover to show off War Mother. Yeah. Everyone thinks sucks. And I just jumped into the campaign farm in that. And she's got like 2 AoE attacks, a good multiplier. So I was like, oh, if we just put her into your campaign team, she's your fastest campaign farmer. By like, you went from like a 10-second run to a 7-second run. You're welcome. There you go. You know, you had this faster campaign farm, which you do all the time. And you just completely overlook them because everyone tells you that they suck, and then you just never really think about them.
Yeah, it's true. Like, even since this challenge, my next 6-star champion was a Gomlock. I literally just did it this morning for CVC.
Oh, nice.
So that was pretty cool. All right, so last champion before we get into the run was King Garog, and I think without him, my times would have been significantly lower. Like, this Goremaker can nuke. Like, we know that Scratch always calls him Princess Garog, and he can't nuke, but I think, I don't know, he really did surprise me with this A3, and I think what makes him really cool is this synergy. We didn't manage to showcase it on the stream, unfortunately, but I know that I sent you a few screenshots of like better times before we went in. But this one here, it does have a reasonably good chance. It's just not consistent enough, but if you can come through with this on wave 2 and then nuke again, it really does work out really nice. He's cool.
Yeah, he smacks. He smacks. I was kind of intrigued to see if he could do some stuff in the arena. It didn't work out. He has a kind of a fun passive.
Yeah.
You know, where when someone gets revived, what does he do? He gets
increased
he gets
speed
a bunch
and crit
of
damage and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. But yeah, he's a fun champion for sure.
Whenever an enemy champion is revived, fills his champion's turn meter by 30%. Ooh, that's pretty insane as well, and gets a crit damage and increased attack buff.
Yeah, it's like it's a little bit different, you know. It's one of those fun things. It's not super meta because force attackers aren't super meta in arena, but it's still cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he was trash when he came out. I think they did have to buff his damage. I think he used to hit like a wet noodle. Now it's like, okay, he actually does hit pretty damn hard. So
it was a bit of a funny one for me because my first ever video on YouTube, literally ever, was talking about King Garrog when he first ever came out.
Oh, no way.
And then this is like, it's kind of like coming like a round circle and he's just like come back to me. It's like, it's pretty cool. All right, guys. So on the actual challenge itself, we had to do it on 60 FPS, and I'll tell you the time after that, but this is on unlimited. I just want to showcase the team, and you guys can go into Deadwood's channel to see how it actually performed over there. So yeah, it's full auto. I think it surprised a lot of the chat at the time. So we're coming through here, drop defense and weaken, little nuke there, and kaboom. We're gonna get a little reset actually because we got that 3% resisted nub.
Oh yeah, that's always the way.
Yeah. Here we go. Drop the fence and weaken. Little nuke and boom. That's more like it. Let's see if we can get that King Garrog cooldown because I tried so much on stream yesterday. Come on.
Here he comes. Come on,
1,
Garrog.
2, 3, 4. Oh, you got it.
3?
Yep, there we go. That's all I needed to happen yesterday.
Yeah, as soon as it's over.
So look, there we go.
No problem.
So there you go, guys. That's how it should have happened on the stream if you was there. Oh, I can't believe it. First try.
First try.
It was so funny. After we actually did the runs, we actually tried like a few more times afterwards as well, and we still couldn't get it. Oh, that's nuts.
Oh yeah, I wasn't able to stick around that long. I watched the runs and I had to go.
So drop the fence and weaken. Let's see if we can get like a record time here. Come on, let's go.
Even Robar's A1 is smacking there.
Yes.
He did over 100k, including the War Master.
Look at that, my gosh. Like, if you consider Smiley's team, we was really, really close. Like, look at this. Look at the times. It's literally what he had near enough, right?
Yeah. It's so close.
Well, look, one more shot. Can we get best time? We just got our best time. 1 minute 11.
Boom.
So,
awesome.
if you could, guys, this is my best time in any kind of team I've ever made on my account for stage 20. So, the ORCS came in, crashing. And yeah, man. I'm really happy with this.
Would you be able to do it with a different champion than Gomlock? Because like that's probably the one champion that people might not have because it's so far into Doom Tower hard. But you could easily pull the other ones, you know?
Yes.
It'd be difficult, would it? With the turn meter stuff?
There's definitely ways to do it. I'm just going to mention, guys, on the actual challenge itself, we was on 60 FPS and I managed to get a best time of 126. The reason for that was King Garrog wasn't doing what you just seen in that run. But if he did that, it still wouldn't have been like a huge difference on 60. Maybe around 1 minute 17, 1 minute 16, around that average I was getting. But obviously on the unlimited, we managed to shave off another 7 to 10 seconds, which is pretty nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed what we did with the ORCS on the Dragon and the Fire Knight. Hope you guys are proud of that. And
that's so good. And like it's full auto. That's so good as well. Just super consistent. I bet most people don't have a Fire Knight team that's that consistent.
Yeah,
nuts.
But I wouldn't recommend it, guys. Don't go and just like build every single orc on your accounts, all right? You have to remember this is optimized. It's on the test server, and they're all fully booked as well. So take that
lots
into
of legendary
consideration.
books.
In terms of your question, though, I'd say Grohog the Bloodied is still a really good option. I think just having that turn meter, the speed aura 24% is huge. We got the stealing of the turn meter fully depletion on stage 20, because obviously after 21 to 25, it's mitigated a bit. Weaken there, and also fills his turn meter when he crits. So on the waves, he's able to, if he crits 5 times, hypothetically, he can come through and he's got his cooldowns again. And at decreased speed on the A1. So I think Grohawk is probably the next best option. And then there would be a Terror Beast. And this way would be, if you put it on yourself with the reflections, puts a reflect damage for 3 turns on all allies. So if you could do it in a way where you just be a bit slower than the Fire Knight or whatever. Let him hit everybody, come through, and then you could just take over from there with a single
Interesting.
10-meter champion.
Huh.
Yeah, pretty nice. I'm just gonna put a faction wars run on while we wrap things up here.
Sure.
I just want to throw my team into here and see how well it performs.
Oh yeah, it's gonna smash through, I'm sure.
I'm not gonna put the presets on. I'm just gonna leave the champions.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nub, before we didn't just want to bring Nub on just to see how the orcs went. How are you feeling about the Hydra coming up very soon?
Very nervous.
Yeah,
it's gonna be really difficult, I think. So what a lot of people might not know is that on the test server, it was actually on rotation 5 of the Hydra up till now. I actually have to go on today and just double check that it's moved on to rotation 6. But basically, the event is tomorrow, which means that for the actual Hydra rotation with the actual affinities and stuff, we only get to test it for less than 2 days, which is kind of nuts. So yeah, I have a good idea for a team. I've got an idea for a couple of substitutions if needed. I tested it yesterday, and it's very temperamental. Like sometimes there was one run where it was awesome, and then there was a couple of runs where they failed almost instantly and stuff. So it's very tricky. Knights Revenant is what I'm working with. So like we don't have block buffs, and we don't have a few things, so it makes it trickier. But we gotta pray for that good RNG, you know.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be a really tight one. Like right now, I believe Skrenobist and CSI is tied. Yeah. So it's literally coming down to the final games. And I think Deadwood's really happy with that because he likes the kind of hype in the chat and all that stuff. So yeah, man, I'm really excited to see what you pull up with there. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, I mean, like I've got really tough competition. Ivy's got Sacred Order, which is, in my opinion, Sacred Order on Hydra is like what Dark Elves are to the other dungeons. Like it's that far ahead. Like it's, you know, when with Xavia getting through, you know what I mean? It was like so difficult to actually beat them. I feel like it's gonna be the same thing with Sacred Order. They just have, like, they've got Inquisitor Shemael, they've got Bivald, they've got so much. So I think that's gonna be hard. So we need to pray for good luck. We need everyone to pray that the Head of Torment never respawns for her, and Shemael doesn't get to do anything, and then we'll be fine.
How are you feeling about Hades though? I think it's a bit of a dark horse there, right, with that demon spawn.
I was gonna say as well, demon spawn is, I think, gonna be really good for it. So I'm interested with him. I'm pretty certain about probably about 4 of the champions he's gonna bring, but then it's like the last 2 where it gets more interesting. Like when you, especially with the actual damage dealers, like the proper damage dealers. Yeah. Like we know he's gonna bring in Duchess, and then there's obviously, I think, a couple of other pretty obvious ones that he's gonna bring in. And he'd probably bring in a HP burner, and that's interesting too, because there's several choices for what HP burner he wants to bring in. Yeah. And then it's like, what's he gonna do for like the damage dealers? Because we banned away Sissia and we banned away Hefrak, which are the 2 big ones. So I'm not sure what he's gonna do for like to actually get the damage out. Yeah. But I think he's gonna have an easy enough time staying alive with like Duchess and. Yeah, I think there's real good chance.
That Duchess not banned was kind of a big deal. It's kind of weird because we banned Hefrak for, what did we ban it for? For Arena, right? That was kind of.
Yeah, I banned it. I just felt like it's gonna be good everywhere. I feel like he can just one shot any dungeon wave. He can one shot it by himself, and then his A1 even hits really hard. I thought he'd be really OP for Hydra, like for their damage for Hydra. I thought it'd be really good. And I think just the dungeons for Arena, he's obviously busted as well.
Think about Helicath as well. It could be, I don't know.
He does have Helicath. Yeah, so I mean, the tricky thing is Head of Mischief stealing your stuff. Now he's got Umbral Enchantress. That's another one I think he's obviously going to bring in, the block buffs Umbral. So that really helps. Both of them have, like, he's got Duchess Umbral, and Ivy has she has Shemael Bivald, or even Phoenix. She's got a couple of options for block buffs. I don't have any block buffs, so you know, that's tough.
It's gonna be
I'm pretty scared for Demon Spawn, but I'm hoping that because he was at TwitchCon this weekend, that he's not gonna have enough time to look into it, and it's gonna make a mess of. That's the hope. But I think it's gonna be a really tough fight. Like maybe I get good RNG, and I'm not sure what Ivy's cap is gonna be, but I'm definitely scared. I'm gonna go for the win. I'm hoping maybe I can scrape a win out. But I could also easily see me coming last, like just their teams being better.
Yeah.
I could easily see as well my team failing because I'm going to build something risky. I think I probably have to beat Sacred Order. So we're going to go a little bit insane, I think.
Yeah,
Unless I
guys.
try it today and it messes up.
So is this the rotation that you wanted, or is this the one that might get switched? Because I'm not too sure what's going on here, because I believe it's changed already, right?
Well, are you on the test server?
Yeah.
Go back. What? Whoa, shit. That's not good. What rotation is that? Oh,
I don't know. This is what's on right now.
Can you click X again?
Rotation 5.
Oh, it's switching in 2 minutes.
2
there
minutes.
we go. You scared me, dude. I was like, that looks awful. That's not what I want at all.
That would be funny. So yeah, guys, we don't know what rotation is going to come. It might be number 54 with a new head.
God.
Who knows? It could be this new clan boss down here. But anyway, Nub, thank you so much for coming on.
You're welcome.
And anything you want to say here? Final words before you have to face this dude tomorrow?
No, I don't think so. I mean, just guys, make sure to come check out the finale for these faction games on Deadwood's Twitch. Make sure as well you go back and you watch all of the different events. I think they've all been really exciting, really fun. There's been really cool teams. Yeah, they're all. It's some of the most fun I've had playing the game. It's been amazing, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what Deadwood comes up with next as well. I don't know if we'll be in it again next time. Who knows? But it's going to be amazing either way.
I believe that, guys, there's going to be around 6,000 gems or something like that going to you guys during that final stream. So that's pretty exciting as well. I believe there's been 1,000 per stream up to the finale. Then on that actual finale one is 6,000 towards the end of that stream. So if you want to get your chance to get some gems for the ultimate Death Knight fusion that might be coming out, who knows what's going on with that. It's definitely a good chance to come and get some gems for free, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look, we're gonna leave them on the 40 seconds of Hydra.
Oh, the suspense. Yeah.
I'll catch you guys in the next one. Team Scanubus, and go support my boy Nub on that faction games. Peace.